Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not going to happen. Tell me it's going to fail. I love it.
What's up, people? On this video, don't worry about it. You're not going to see me. It's more like a podcast situation, so you can ride and listen, okay? If you haven't subscribed, do so. Hit the like button, show attendance. What this video is about, man, is carb, smogging on semi-trucks, the whole situation. I'm going to show you. I got a text message this morning saying, hey, have you heard about? I said, man, it's been going on for years. Like, for some reason, like, now I follow this stuff, right? I don't really speak on it. But, you know, I guess it's trending right now, I guess. I don't know. But that stuff's been passed and done since 2021. This January, they decided they're going to enforce it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This right here. Car passes smog check for heavy-duty trucks and buses, right? Everybody thinks it's a new deal, right? Let me show you the date. What's the date on that, guys? December 2021. There's your release number. So that's when they passed the smog check on the trucks and everything else. They're finally figuring out a way to enforce it in January. And here's the contact information. So yeah, this is not new news and none of that kind of stuff. But yeah, sadly, they will be enforcing it this January. So pretty much what's going on, guys, is they want people to smog their trucks twice a year. And you have to carry it. Like me, I'm registered with CARB, right? So I have that in the trucks. So your smog certificate, you're going to carry inside the trucks. Now, the crazy thing about that is if you run into California, they're going to make you guys smog your trucks, right? You're going to have that certificate. Now, that's the craziest thing, right? But right now, California is enforcing it. But here, this is what trips me out. People can't even get the damn numbers right. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So on this, it says semi-trucks, 14,000 pounds or greater is 3% of all vehicles in California roads. But we hold the responsibility of 50%. 50% of the nitrogen oxides and all the pollution bullshit in the air. 50%. Now, I know right now you're thinking like, holy crap. But my thing is, why can't these people get the numbers right? So this FMCSA, let me show you this other one right here. Look. On this website, it says we're 60%. 60%. Are we 50%? Are we 60%? 10% is a big, big deal with this. Even they can't get the damn numbers right. And this is the part that is just so crazy. And to me, I think it's fake as hell. You know, we're 10% off on people publicizing this. Come on, man. Anyway. So the law passed December 2021. We're about to be in 2024 when they're actually going to push it. So that's 3 years ago. So it's not new. But for a lot of you guys not in California, and Medicare is going to help push this, right? So what the federal government's going to do, as long as you guys keep people who's in office, they're going to make it where every state has to do what California's doing. Every state. So remember, when California came up with these crazy rules, you have to have a newer truck and all that kind of stuff, you know, the reality is, man, it's really, really hard right now for these guys to determine if an old truck crossed the border, didn't cross the border, and all that kind of stuff. So now, and here's another thing, right? People are deleting trucks, right? And like I told you guys before, the DOT is not, they don't give a shit about it. Carb at the scales, there's little white vans, if you don't know. Um, they do what they call a smoke test, but they can't determine if you're deleted or not, right? There's people that are not deleted failing a smoke test. There's people that are deleted passing smoke test. So there's no way to tell if people are deleting the emissions. And that's when they come up with this brilliant idea to where you have to smog the truck. Because it's not them saying, let me plug into your truck. It's you saying, here is my truck, do my smog. And then with the smog, they plug into your truck. And the crazy thing is, in my opinion, this is my opinion it's way beyond smog. This is a way for the government to plug into your truck, to see your driving habits, see everything that you're doing, and then on top of that, they can put that in their database for future research. So just really, really be careful with that stuff, guys. Um, but with California talking about, hey, about new trucks and stuff like that, all you guys said, well, it's not going to affect me. Well, in ways that don't, right? But in ways that do, right? There's some carriers out there that says, hey, we want you to have a newer truck. We want you to have this. For example, Prime, right? They want you to have new this, new that, new this that be leased onto them. So, so what they're wanting to do, and they'll probably be successful at it, and you guys need to be prepared. Will it be today? No. Will it be tomorrow? No. But once the smog thing gets going next year, every state is going to be like, oh, shoot, what's the federal government going to do now? So once this goes, if the powers that be stays in power, it will, people. It will go federal. And guess what? Then it'll be anybody that holds a DOT number. I don't think it's going to go for people that have the local number. Like if you run local and you don't run a DOT number, then you're under the state. You're not federal. But as long as you slap a DOT number on the truck, you're federal government, and you got to follow their rules. And so, yeah, man, that's where it's at. So just to do a refresh, if you're going to want to run in California, you got to have a smog certificate in your truck. In your truck. So I thought they're going to make you put a sticker on the windshield, but they're not. All it's going to do is be part of your paperwork. So here's the crazy thing. If you guys go get, and I think this may be one of the reasons why they're trying to not uh, not let people do so much the voluntary inspections, because when you do a voluntary inspection on your truck, you go to the scale and say, hey, can you inspect my truck, and get a sticker. They don't check. They don't really check everything. I mean, check your paperwork like that. They just check the truck out, make sure your DOT number is good, make sure your company's good, and that's it. But it's CARB, this, which is in California, which a lot of this stuff is confusing to me, because how far away is this happening in your state? Well, here's the hint of finding out when it's going to happen in your state, right? California's had CARB. California's had CARB for a long time. At least from what I can read, at least in 2019, could be earlier than that. So, in your states, to my knowledge, you guys don't have anybody that works for your state that represents CARB. So, as long as that happens, guess what? You guys are good. Because CARB sits at the scale houses. Now, they don't sit at scale houses all the time, It's when they choose to go to the scout house. That's why today, there's still dirty trucks around in California. Don't get it twisted. So back on this carb thing, guys, is they're going to be doing a smoke test and plug it into your truck. And that's how you get your cert. Now, check this out. I'm not going to speak on here because that would be pretty foolish. But, I mean, you could email me if you want. But there is a way to beat the system. There's a way to beat the system. Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint. And if you know, you know. If you can read between the lines, that means I'm talking to you. If you can't, this part is not for you. When carb shows up, or excuse me, not carb, when you show up at the smoke test, the smog, ECM download, or whatever, right? Just understand, when you go to the smog station, they plug into your truck, right? When you plug into that truck, what's it reading off of? Reads off the ECM. Anyway, that's my video for today. Hope you guys learned something today. If didn't, I get that too. Anyway, guys, till next time, whenever that might be, enjoy your holiday.